This story was narrated by Buddha about a time in India before Buddhism, which was concerned with monastic discipline when the monks' quarrel had reached the point of violence. Depicting this traditional tale, we present before you the play, How Violence is Ended.
और अब समय आ गया है हमारी अगली प्रस्तुति इंग्लिश प्ले जिसका शीर्षक है हाउ वायलेंस इज एंडेड। इसमें यह बताने का प्रयास किया गया है कि युद्ध या संघर्ष किसी समस्या का समाधान नहीं हो सकता। तो आइए तालियों की जोरदार गड़गड़ाहट के साथ इनका स्वागत करें, इनके द्वारा अभिनीत नाटक हाउ वायलेंस इज एंडेड।
Nearly all the world's greatest religious teachers have been peacemakers, and one of them certainly was the Buddha. Among the teachings of his Eightfold Path was right action, and part of this was to avoid all killing. Let me introduce to you a story that preaches of love, forgiveness and peace. It shows how when love dominates hatred. Tradition says that the following tale was told by the Buddha himself to monks whose quarrel had reached the point of violence. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath and wait for the story to unfold. Here it comes. Once, long ago, there arose a quarrel between two kings. One king was the great Brahmadan. His kingdom was large and rich, and his troops were many. The other king was Dignity. His kingdom was small and poor, and his troops were few. Brahmadan told his generals,
"We will march against Dignity and conquer his kingdom. He will not be able to resist me and my mighty army."
a spy proposed Brahmadan's wicked decision to Dignity. Dignity, hearing of the army's advance, told Deva, his queen,
My kingdom is small and my troops are few. Nothing we can do to prevent Brahmadan from seizing our country. For the sake of our people, it is best to avoid a battle. Let us flee from the kingdom tonight.
Where can we go, my lord?
We will go to Brahmadan's own capital city, Banaras. It is large enough to hide in, and he will never search for us there. We will take our young son, Dighabu, and flee to Banaras tonight.
So they took their young son, Dighabu, and fled by the night to Banaras. There they lodged in a poor quarter of the city. King Dighabu disguised himself as a wandering holy man and each day begged enough coins and food for them all. He at times only remembered his capture and his kingdom.
Oh, how I miss my kingdom and my beloved people. I long to be with them. Not a single day or night has passed when I haven't remembered them.
Time passed and the prince grew up to be a young man. Then King Dighabu told his wife,
Truly is it said, we may forgive those who hurt us, but we never forgive those we hurt. If Brahmdat finds us here, he will surely kill us all. It is best to send our son away from the city and away from his eyes.
Let him go to my parents in the west. There he can learn the arts and sciences proper to his state. There can he learn all the arts of waging a war and defending himself.
Yes, my dear, I am grateful for such a wise piece of advice. Let the prince go away to your parents in the west.
Now it happened that the barber from the court of King Dighabu was at that time at work in the court of King Brahmada, of a holy man. Hoping for a reward, he secretly followed Dighabu to his home, then reported to Brahmada.
My lord, he is living in a city in the guise of a holy man, begging at temples and people's places.
Brahmada sent his men to arrest the family, and thus Dighabu and Deva were brought before him.
Where is your son?
Beyond your rich king Brahmdat, you will never be able to lay your hands on him.
Tie them up and move them around the city for all to see and scorn. Then take them out of the south gate and kill them with a sword. Allow no one to perform their funeral rites. Their body shall be prey to birds and beasts.
Now, on that very day, Prince Dighabu had come back to Banaras to visit his parents. As he passed through the marketplace, he saw soldiers on horse and on foot, and among them his mother and father tied up, and he was powerless to help them.
Oh, what can I do to free my parents? How helpless and powerless I feel right now. Why on me?
King Dighabu saw the prince as well, wishing to advise his son, yet mindful not to give him away. Dighabu called out as if to no one.
Be not short-sighted, be not long-sighted. Not by violence is violence ended. Violence is ended by non-violence.
As darkness fell, King Dighabu and Queen Deva were taken outside the city walls and executed by the sword. Their bodies were left on the ground with a dozen soldiers standing guard. Within the city, Prince Dighabu told himself,
Oh, it is the saddest day of my life. But I have to keep my cool and wait for the opportunity. First, I'll perform the funeral rites for my parents, and then I'll find a way to avenge them.
He brought strong wine from the marketplace out to the guards. They took it gladly, and soon they drunk and asleep. Digaboo, piled up wood, placed his parents' bodies on top, then lit the funeral pyre. He pressed his palms together and walked 3 times around the flames. At that moment, at the royal palace, Brahmadan was strolling upon his roof terrace, puzzling over the words of King Digiti that had been reported to him. Gazing far south over the city wall, he saw the fire and the figure circling. A cold fear gripped his heart.
It must be Prince Leo. What can I do to capture him? If left free, he will definitely do something to avenge his parents' death.
The prince, his duty complete, slipped quickly into the forest. For days he stayed there, hiding from Brahmadan's men while grieving for his parents. The danger and the tears had passed, and Digaboo entered the city once more. At the royal elephant stables, he took work as an apprentice. And so, it was one morning that Digaboo rose early, sat before the stables, and sang to greet the dawn. His voice drifted to the palace under the balcony of King Brahmadan, who had also risen early, wakened by a fearful dream.
How lovely and sweet the song is. I will need a singer to ease my mind. I will send for a singer.
Oh, hello, come with me. The king is called you.
And thus, Digaboo was brought before him.
Oh, handsome young man, will you sing for me? Your voice is as sweet as that of a nightingale.
And Digaboo sang, and the king's heart was gladdened. Then Brahmadan told him,
Stay with me, young man, and be my company.
As you wish, my lord, I'll be your attendant.
And since the young man's conduct was agreeable and his words pleasing, the king grew ever more fond of him, bestowing on him more and more responsibility and trust. And one day, Brahmadat said to Digaboo,
It was a hard day today. A lot of work to be done. I'm tired. I want to rest.
Digaboo sat cross-legged on the ground and he told the king.
Come, rest yourself, my lord.
So the king lay down beside Digaboo on his bed and slept. Digaboo gripped his sword and drew slowly from its sheath. He pointed the blade at the throat of Brahmadat, and then there came to him the words of his father.
Be not short-sighted, be not long-sighted. Not by violence is violence ended. Violence is ended by non-violence.
And the sword of Digaboo trembled. He drew slowly away and replaced it in its sheath. Brahmadat breathed heavily and opened wide his eyes and sat up in alarm, breathing loudly and heavily, eyes wide in fear.
What is wrong, my lord?
It is a dream that often plagues me. I see Digaboo, the son of my enemies, coming at me with a sword to avenge his parents.
Then Digaboo rose and again drew his sword.
I am Digaboo, son of your enemies, and here am I to avenge my parents. Here I am to kill you.
Have mercy, dear Digaboo. Grant me my life.
How can I grant your life? Truly is it said, we may forgive those who hurt us, but we never forgive those who we hurt. You have killed my mother and my father, and will surely kill me too. So the life to be granted is mine.
Then grant me my life, and I will grant yours.
So Digaboo put away his sword, and the king rose. And the two clasped their hands and swore never again to seek the other's harm. And Brahmadat said,
I've often thought of your father's final words. Tell me, Digaboo, what did he mean when he told you, be not short-sighted?
My father meant, do not be quick to spurn a gift of friendship.
And what did he mean when he told you, be not long-sighted?
My father meant, do not allow your hate to last too long.
And what did he mean when he told you, not by violence is violence ended. Violence is ended by non-violence.
My father meant this, you, my lord, have killed my parents and stolen their kingdom. If I were to kill you in revenge, your allies would kill me, and then my allies would kill them, and so on, with no end to violence. But now instead, you have granted my life, and I have granted yours. So violence is at an end.
Then the king marveled at the wisdom of Digaboo, who understood in full what his father had said. Indeed, so great was Brahmadat's admiration and his gratitude, he soon restored to Digaboo the kingdom of his father. And as long as both kings lived, all quarrels between them were resolved in friendship and goodwill.